Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new English lesson. Please get your literature anthology book ready and let's start page 406. We're still learning about America and special holidays and how people celebrate special days in a different way to have fun all together. We also know that this is information selections, that we give fact details and something that's happened. So for this, we'll be talking about the United States map. Let's start.
Genre nonfiction. Time for kids. Compare texts. Read about how the 13 colonies grew to become the United States.
So we will be seeing the map that shows places with titles to explain what things are, where, and this place stands for what.
A young nation grows. In 1776, our nation had just 13 colonies. About 2 million people lived here. Each colony later became a state. Look at the map of the colonies. Read the colony names below. Do you see any names you know? The 13 original colonies. 1. Massachusetts. 2. New Hampshire. 3. New York. 4. Connecticut. 5. Rhode Island. 6. Pennsylvania. 7. New Jersey. 8. Maryland. 9. Delaware. 10. Virginia. 11. North Carolina. 12. South Carolina. 13. Georgia. 1776 colonies. Philadelphia.
All right. So for this selection, we can see that what was our nation looks like in 1776. So there were 13 colonies, and these are the colonies that they were there, and there were only about 2 million people living that time. So let's see what United States looks today.
Today, our nation has 50 states. More than 312 million people live here. Did you know that Philadelphia was our nation's first capital? What is our nation's capital today? If you guessed Washington, D.C., you are correct. It became the capital in 1790, the United States today. Philadelphia, Washington, D.C.
So this is the today's map for the United States, and this is the capital for the states, Washington, D.C., and that was in the old days when we had 13 colonies, that was the capital, Philadelphia. And even look at the map, how it's changed now. This is the part of the map. This is the green part. This is the green part. And now we have that much space now for all these states. There were only 13 colonies. Now we have 50 states. In 1776, there were about 2 million. Now we have 312 million people living in the United States. So in this selection, the author giving us information and details about the history of America. They used maps, they use information, symbols, and details about things that people didn't see long ago. So we can compare the maps, compare the size, compare how many states, compare also how many millions used to live long ago, and now how many millions of people living in the United States. So this is even the title here, a young nation grows. So that's the young nation, and now this is the United States and still growing. All right. What can you learn about the colonies from the map? So over here, these are the colonies, the 13 colonies that still here, still exist, and we still learning and seeing them and visiting them in sometimes people have friends and relatives living in different states. So these are the 13 original colonies or 13 original states. All right. Okay, that's it for today, first graders. So this unit, we talked about America and how we celebrate special day. We talked about Thanksgiving and the history behind Thanksgiving and how people celebrate it. We also talked about 4th of July, how it's an important day and how people celebrate and parades and what kind of events and activities they do. And we also learn about the history behind the original colonies, the 13 original colonies, how our nation looked long ago and how it grows, and we see it now, and we saw that difference in the maps as well. And we also, in the beginning of the video, we watch beginning of the week, we learn about symbols and important like Statue of Liberty or Congress buildings and many more things. All right, that's it for today, first graders. Thank you. Bye-bye.